Social media, especially with nonprofits, there's no doubt about it that social media is a challenging, exciting, sometimes frustrating platform for PR professionals. It's drastically different than it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or maybe even 2 minutes ago. But as a PR person, it is your responsibility to really keep up on what the changing trends are, what's popular in social media, what's in favor, and what's emerging. One of the best ways is just really find out, once again, know your audience, talk to your audience, follow your audience, read best practices in various publications or websites, or follow people on Twitter, follow reporters who are following social media. And that is probably the best way to keep a pace with it. It's no longer the days where you would sit and you would read the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Nonprofit Times, the Chronicle of Higher Education, Inside Higher Education, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You have to devour everything. Even the big brands are frantically following, trying to find the holy grail of how do you cinch those Twitter followers. You can have millions of people following you, but are they really followers of you? Are they committed to you? So Lady Gaga is one of the top people with the most Twitter followers, and clearly these are people who are passionate about her. So I think one thing that you can do is when trying to figure out how to build your Twitter following is take a look at the big brands. Even though you may be a nonprofit, the big brands are spending literally billions of dollars in trying to solve the mystery of bringing into their realm their Twitter followers. So take a look at what they're doing. What kind of campaigns are they running? Are they successful? What are the best practices websites saying about them? And you can really learn some good lessons from them on how to build up your Twitter followers. I try to read everything. I read Slate, I read the reporters that are following social media, and that will take me to one place, that'll lead me to another place, that will lead me to another place. There are many terrific reporters in New York Times, Wall Street Journal, etc., that write about social media. So once again, get into the world, even for yourself. If you don't have a Twitter account, I'm sure many of you do, but start following other people. Send reporters comments about what you see, link to other places. And once again, it's part of your full-time job to be abreast on what's happening in a very changing world. Well, Facebook is how to use Facebook for nonprofit. It's a vehicle. All these it's another vehicle for getting your message out. So once again, is Facebook appropriate for the people that you want to reach? It may be the perfect vehicle for you, but on the other hand, it may not be effective at all. So before you start running around saying we need Snapchat, we need Twitter, we need Instagram, we need Yik Yak, we need Pinterest, etc., etc. Really think as a nonprofit, who are you trying to tell your story to? And there will be a number of audiences, maybe donors, it may be government officials, it might be community residents, it might be your employees who can be ambassadors as they go out and tell your message to other communities and to other audiences. What do I like best about my job? I think being in the PR world is very, very exciting. First of all, you get to meet incredible people and they're doing incredible things. You get to work on projects that you probably never even imagined existed. I was an English major. I taught school for a while and then I started doing PR. And in my career, I was able to work on amazing exhibits for the American Museum of Natural History, the New York Botanical Garden. I met fascinating people from around the world. I helped promote a mind-blowing exhibition from Chinese celebrated artist Ai Weiwei at the plaza, on the outdoor of the plaza that garnered almost 100 media. At the same time, Ai Weiwei had been arrested by Chinese authorities and had disappeared. So I was part of this outpouring of sympathy for Ai Weiwei, and I felt so proud to be able to showcase his work in the middle of Manhattan. It's a fantastic job. It's wonderful. It's challenging. and your brain is always, always working. You never know what new thing is coming around the corner in terms of being able to tell the story on behalf of your client and your nonprofit.